Hey guys, welcome to Wales Big Talks, a place where young students share ideas, perspectives, and innovation. Today's topic is something that truly shapes our future: elections in India and Tamil Nadu. Now, I know many students feel like elections, politics is for adults, but understanding it from a young age truly makes people more responsible citizens in the future. So, today we are going to be breaking it down in a very simple, relatable, and interesting way. And I'm not alone today. I have got my team with me today: Ashwin, Lakshanya,
Hi.
Charmati, and Prabhagar. Ashwin, let's start off simple. Kiran, how would you explain elections to a younger student?
Mm, I would say that election is like choosing a class leader, but in much bigger level. In school, we choose someone who is responsible, who can represent us, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, in election, people will choose a leader who will make decisions for the entire country or a state. These decisions may affect education, jobs, infrastructure, basically our daily life. So, election is not about just voting. It's about choosing our future direction of our society.
Thank you. That was actually really relatable. I understand how voting is basically how people express their opinions. So it's very important in a democratic society like ours, right? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I do agree with Ashwin. But I would also add that elections give people a voice. Even though we are students now, one day we'll exactly have the rights to vote and elect our representatives. You know, it is very important to learn about this system earlier so that we could make better decisions in the future.
That's definitely true. Elections and voting is basically how people express. So it's basically their voice, right?
Yes.
That is so true. And honestly, I think that if we choose the wrong leader, then we will feel the impact later because their decisions will affect our daily life, like bus facilities, school system, and even major opportunities. So it's not about choosing someone famous, but someone who's capable and responsible enough to take care of a whole state.
So you're telling us that elections and choosing the leaders, if we choose the wrong leaders and the leadership is not correct, then that will affect the citizens' day to day life.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Now, Prabhakaran, can you explain the difference between national and state elections?
Sure, national elections are collected to choose the leaders for the entire country. And these leaders handle more major areas such as defense, economy, and international relations. And on the other hand, we have state elections, like in Tamil Nadu, whereas they focuses on local issues such as roads, health, welfare schemes, foods, and lot of things. I mean, both are equally important, but they operate on different areas and impact our lives differently.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Like national elections and national levers decide other countries and national things, while state elections do schemes and make things different for citizens' day to day life, right?
Yes, absolutely, you got my point.
Lakshanya, how do you like, what do you think makes people more interested in elections nowadays?
I think awareness has increased a lot. People are more educated and they also have access to various informations through internet and news platforms. Especially young people are starting to discuss about social issues and policies. I think this makes the elections more engaging because people feel that their opinion matters a lot.
Of course, like social media changes a lot of things, and social media awareness makes people more want to express their opinions and makes them think that their opinions actually matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Charmali, what do you think makes Tamil Nadu elections truly unique?
So they're very active and political discussions happen everywhere in homes, persons, and even tea shops. And I think this because like people care deeply about social justice, education, and welfare schemes. And also, regional identity and language play an important role in the shaping of political opinion. And I think that is what makes Tamil Nadu's elections very different and special from other places.
Yeah, of course. So, Tamil Nadu elections are just very active, and a lot of discussions, campaignings happen everywhere. So everyone wants a pardon, right? Yes, that makes sense. Now, coming to us students, do youth really care about elections? Earlier, maybe not much, but now definitely yes. Social media changed everything, right? Yeah, of course. A lot of things change. We see news, opinions, discussions regularly, which makes us curious. Even a short video and a post create awareness among students. So slowly, students become more informed and interested in understanding how the system works. That totally makes sense. Social media changes a lot of things and makes a lot of people more aware of what's happening. So that truly does make elections very famous, doesn't it? Yes.
Yes, of course, Ashwin. But we should be also careful about what we see online. Not everything is true, and sometimes it can also confuse us. So, along with some interest, we also need responsibility while consuming information.
That's definitely true. We might see a lot of facts, a lot of things on the internet, but not all of it is true. So verifying is very important.
Yes, of course.
What is this awareness? It can also be misinformation, right?
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of misinformation.
Absolutely. And we see many opinions, but not all of them are true. So it is very important for us to verify the information before believing it.
That's definitely true. Misinformation is a crucial problem. Like, it can change people's decisions to who they vote for. So, fact checking, verifying, and like, thinking too much is actually very important, right?
Exactly. And fake news is spread very fast, and people believe it without checking. So, as students, I think it is our responsibility to check and verify all the informations before we read it. So, this can help us become responsible and informed voters in the future.
Yeah, that's just like I said earlier. Fact checking is important. So, now let's talk about some challenges in elections. There are many, right? Who would want?
Harshit, may I go first?
Yeah, sure.
One challenge I feel is that sometimes people follow others blindly without thinking for themselves. Instead, they should think independently and make fair decisions. I think it is very important to think independently and make fair decisions.
So, thinking independently makes elections fair and everyone expressing their own opinions.
Yes. I also had another issue. Can I share it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the other issue is that some people vote based on short term benefits like freebies and ignore the long term development. So, this will actually affect the problems of the state. So, people should stop thinking about the short term benefits and focus on the long term development of the state.
That's definitely true. People probably think on we get this, we get that from short term benefits. But the long term development of the state or wherever the area is very important. Do you have any other freebies? Another issue that I feel is some people don't vote at all. They feel that one vote doesn't matter. But if many people think like that, it will affect the results. So every vote is responsible. I mean, it's important in a democracy. That's definitely true. Voter participation is an important key to getting the correct outcome of an election. Yes, you got me point.
Misinformation is also a major challenge, Like false news can influence people's opinion and decisions. And sometimes people vote based on these false, incorrect information. So it is very important for us to think critically and logically before making any decisions.
That's very important. Think critical and verify information before you take it. All right, let's end with one message each for future voters. Who would want to start first?
Can I start it first?
Yeah. Don't ignore voting. It's a right and a path. Use it wisely.
Always think independently and make fair decisions. Your vote should reflect your understanding, not others' influence.
Be informed and responsible. A smart voter can build a strong nation. Do not focus on short term benefits, but think about the long term development.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys. That was a great discussion. Today we learned that elections are not just about voting, but thinking before voting and making your voice count. So remember, even as students, understanding them is very important because today's students are tomorrow's voters. Until then, stay aware, stay responsible, and make your voice count. This is Where's Big Talk signing off.